welcome to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Rhodes. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. What is he doing? Why would you spike the ball there on first down? This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. That's caught. It's James. Makes the catch and knocked down. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two. The offense lining up for a first down play. Moore will throw. They're trying to get to it. He makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The old saying is, faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's James. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Hey, get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
Tipped ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Moore to the air. He's got it down the middle. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And wings it incomplete. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short.
Line gets set. 1st down. Gonna run it. It's James. Dances away from one. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man in the middle. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets...
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Really nice 3rd down sub-beat.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the ground with the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that 1st half. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one...
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a 1st down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Moore will throw. He's got his man. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such...
How about this crowd rattling the rafters and trying to help their defense? They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Most offensive schemes are predicated. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed on the outside, it's low.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the...
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Pauler, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The throw to the outside is complete.
Oh, he just needed to stretch the ball out a few inches more, and he would have...
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David, now trying to put something together.
But, Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that we want to see on the field. We want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively here.
I think, David, on this drive, the quarterback's just got to settle down. These last few drives, looks like he's seeing ghosts. We've seen him force the football. He's missed a couple of...
It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. Moore to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small window.
This defense has been lights out, stubborn on the doorstep. Can the offense finally find the end zone? Working that left side now. And he'll be brought down. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is nothing more miserable.
I agree, Reese. And that's why rivalry games are so great, because you take the stats and you take the rankings and you take the records and you throw it all out the window. There's always tremendous effort and passion when we see these rivalry games. We certainly saw it today. And, David, for this losing team, this one's going to sting for a while.
It does, but it's so strange because I always feel the same way. I'm like, there's no chance that they have a chance to upset them. But then you go, it's a rivalry game. the vitriol, the hate, it's already there. And so it means so much in sports who's motivated for these games. So you do get up. It does become a good game, even when it's not a good game on paper.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports. Since this venerable stadium was erected in the Pennsylvania Hills, it has been the home to toughness, to passion, to winning. Welcome to Happy Valley and Beaver Stadium, home to the Penn State Nittany Lions. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Leaves it with the running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Moore will throw. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often. The Ducks in the hurry up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And listen, you get zone coverage, and you can hit that curl route, and
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Rhodes.
my old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yard.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
What a hit by the defense.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Got 3 on 1st down, it's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. The quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. The sure hands, it's James. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to 2nd down coming up. Caught over the middle. It's Rhodes. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
And after giving...
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Got it behind the line. It's Dickey. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. He makes a grab. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
You got to be impressed by what...
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his back in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Yeah, and these halfbacks, man, they're wide.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. He's looking to throw it. Snags it. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You could tell quarterback drops back.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gonna run it. It's James. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Got room at the 35. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Rhodes. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short. First down here for the offense. The give as they work on that clock. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Moore to the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well, but now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak?
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. caught in the backfield. It's James. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And, David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team and you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA